Writing something here. All right, welcome parents, friends, and TBK Tigers to our first STEM Student of the Month award ceremony for the 2019-2020 school year. We're so happy and excited that you could all join us today as we celebrate our Tigers who have demonstrated the STEM trait of respect. I'd like to introduce a couple of people who are here with us this morning. We have Mrs. Knowles, our guidance counselor. Mrs. Tumanella is normally here. She normally runs this program, but she's out today. So Mrs. Knowles, she's taking that charge to take care of this today. We have Ms. Kay, elementary and lower campus guidance counselor. Ms. Bell, I think she just there she is coming in. Ms. Bell, middle school guidance counselor. Ms. Contreras, middle school guidance counselor. There she is over there. Mrs. Torres, ESOL ELL teacher. Mr. McGregor, our media specialist. Where are you, Mr. McGregor? There you are. We have Mr. Bostic, our TSA and robotics, right there. We have Ms. Best, our elementary school teacher. Where are you, Ms. Best? Mr. Weaver, the man minding the cameras there. And we have Ms. Cooling in the very back, right there. She is IMD teacher. One last person, we also have someone from our district personnel, Mr. Chris Jargo. He's here, he has a student here, but he works in the district, so we always have to acknowledge him. He helps us get all our laptops and all those new things we want to get for Turner Bartel, so I want to make sure I acknowledge him. All right. This year, our theme at school, our school is Learning Adventures Await TBKA. While adventures can come in all shapes and sizes this year, we are taking to the high seas of learning. And like a pirate crew upon a ship, we are working together to reach our full TBKA potential and find the treasures in all of our students. Every role upon the ship brings with it unique traits, many of which exemplify a STEM mindset. Therefore, each month, a trait will be represented by one of the crew roles. September's STEM trait of respectful, is being represented on the student certificates by the first mate. First mates served as apprentices to the captain. Their job was to respectfully take care of the fitting out of the vessel and examine whether it was sufficiently provided with ropes, pulleys, sails, and all the other rigging that was necessary for the voyage. By doing their job well, a first mate showed respect to the crew, the ship, and pirate life. Today, we honor all of our Tigers who have demonstrated respect at TBKA. Thank you all for being role models of respect in your classrooms and within the school community. All right, at this time, I'd like to welcome Ms. Knowles. Thank you, Ms. Knowles.
Okay, so I get the privilege of announcing all of the students of the month. And when you come up here, boys and girls, if this is new to you, you're going to come up with Mrs. K, and you're going to give me one of your name cards. And then when I announce your name, you're gonna come over here, you're gonna get a certificate from Mrs. Bell, and you're gonna get a magnet and a keychain from Mr. Bugs, and you're gonna take a picture. Okay? And parents, if we could just hold the applause until the end of the grade, that would make it move a little bit faster, and then we can hear everyone's name and the wonderful things that their teachers said about them. So we have pre-K first. Pre-K coming out to the stage first. Are we ready, guys? Okay, so our first one is Surya. Has shown tremendous growth since joining our classroom last year. He is able to independently manage calendar at circle time each day in place of the teacher. He is always the first one to tell another student, "Good job." He is always very polite and positive. Way to go, Surya. Okay. So our next one actually is down here, my friend Aya. okay? And she treats others with kindness and is always polite. Ayat is helpful and caring when working with friends. She shows her classmates how to treat others. Way to go, Ayat. And then my next friend here is Enzo. He's a sweet and loving little boy who is a wonderful addition to our school family. He likes to come to school each day and is always ready to share a smile with his friends and teachers. While he enjoys bringing a smile to others' faces, he is always careful to be respectful of others and the rules of the classroom. He readily waits his turn for his teacher's attention and to use materials. We are proud of the progress Enzo has made in our class so far and look forward to his continued development. This is our pre-K. Parents, if you want to come up and take pictures, if there's a couple other parents, you can come up and take pictures. And then kindergarten, if you would like to stand, Mrs. K is going to take you guys onto the stage. Kindergarten, stand up. Thank you, kindergarten friends. So our first kindergartner is Donat. He listens carefully and follows directions quickly. He always raises his hand to speak and politely waits for his turn. Donat listens to his peers and will offer support to others if needed. He is very considerate and kind to our entire school family. We are very proud of Donat. He is very respectful and a role model in our classroom. Haley has shown her teachers that she is ready for kindergarten by following all of the classroom rules since the first day of school. She shows both the teachers and her classmates respect. We are grateful to have Haley in our class. Lucia is very respectful to all of her peers and adults around her. She follows directions in class and school, and as soon as she hears her teacher, she is a very well-behaved little girl. Evelina always follows the rules the first time the teacher gives directions. She works quietly, she puts her things away quietly and quickly, and she is always ready to learn. Anissa displays all of the traits of a respectful student daily. She is a role model to others for how to be safe, honest, and kind in everything she does. She is a fantastic listener and always tries to do her best. Great job, Anissa. Our class voted Kyle as the most respectful kindergartner because he is always nice to others and using good manners. He is sincere in his concern for following directions and caring for others. Madison is a great example of what it means to be a respectful student. She always uses her manners and says please and thank you throughout the day. She respects others by sharing with them in class. Madison respects her school by keeping it clean, and she respects herself by coming to school daily to learn. Way to go, Maddie. Gabriel is earning the Respectful Award because he is such a wonderful student who is kind, thoughtful, and considerate of the feelings of others. He is always there to cheer on his peers and treats everyone as an equal. We are so grateful to have him as a part of our class, and that is kindergarten. Parents, if you'd like to come up and take pictures with the kindergartners and first grade, we're coming up to the stage. Okay, on to first grade. We have Alan, who is always polite and respectful. who is always polite and respectful to his classmates and teachers. He sets a great example for everyone. We're so proud of you, Alan. Dariana has shown herself to be a good listener and hard worker. She is helpful in the classroom to her teacher and other students. She's kind to others and is respectful of the class and school rules. Akil is respectful to his peers, teachers, and classroom. He respects the classroom rules and procedures. He is helpful and a kind friend to others. Akil always uses his manners. Congratulations, Akil. Kelly is very respectful. She shows respect to both her teachers and peers every day. She is a great example for others to follow. Keep up the good work, Kelly. We're proud of you. Juliana is respectful to her classmates and teachers. She is kind and thoughtful to others, always following our class rules. Aradia is a star student in class. She demonstrates respect by following our rules and routines so she and her classmates can learn. She has a great attitude and is helpful to her teacher and her friends. Charlotte shows respect wherever we are in school. She uses accountable talk stems very often. This shows me that Charlotte is respectful of what her peers are saying. She is also very polite. She is a great model of respect, for a respectful first mate in our first grade class. Madison is very sweet and considerate of others. She loves to help and is always a great role model. Way to go, Madison. Keep up the great work. Isaiah is very respectful to his peers and teachers. He shows kindness and concern in his interactions with those around him. He is trustworthy, honest, helpful, and a good listener. All of these traits make Isaiah a very respectful and well-liked student. I nominated Dylan because he is so well-mannered and ready to learn every day. He is always being respectful, not only to me, but to his peers as well. Dylan is always doing his best art and is enthusiastic about it. Great job, Dylan. Sophie is always willing to help others. She is sweet, honest, and eager to learn. Sophia is a wonderful example of respectful tiger, and we are so honored to have her in our classroom. And this is first grade. First grade parents, if you want to come up and take pictures. Okay, second grade. If you want to stand and come with Miss Kay up to the stage. Okay. No. Arushi is as sweet as chocolate chip cookies. Yum, yum. She is a role model for her classmates. She listens when someone speaks, is kind, polite, and helpful to her friends. Boys and girls. Arushi is an inspiration to all. We are so lucky to have Arushi be part of our classroom community. Thank you for helping our classroom be a loving and caring environment. This is West Fania. West is incredibly thoughtful with her words and how she treats others. She says good morning every morning when she arrives. She respects her teachers, peers, and school property, always being mindful and kind. She is a joy to have in class. Hannah shows respect to everyone around her. She is always willing to help and set the example inside and outside of the classroom. Her personality lights up the room. We are so lucky to have Hannah in our class. Amari is respectful to adults and to his peers. He always treats others kindly, using his manners, and is helpful. He always greets me with a smile and a hello in the morning, and always tells me to have a great lunch when I drop the class off. How respectful. Luke is not only respectful to me as a teacher, but he is also respectful to the other staff and students. In class, he always pays attention, uses his manners, and follows all 6 of our classroom rules at all times. He is a friend to everyone in class and always has a bright smile. Jana is such a kind, caring, and respectful little girl. She always thinks of everyone else's feelings and makes everybody feel important. Her smile brightens our classroom. We love you, Jana. Pramika is always very helpful with her classmates. She responds with kindness and understanding. Evelyn is a student who is hardworking, honest, and always strives to do her best. She makes sure to ask permission when she wants something and is considerate to other students in her class. She is a great example of a respectful student. William is our STEM student of the month because he is always polite and respectful towards others. He uses his manners daily and upholds our Tiger expectations. I am so proud of his positive attitude and admiration for others. Congratulations. Since the first day of school, Dia has shown a great amount of respect for her peers as well as her teachers. She holds education in high regards, and her genuine, caring nature makes her an outstanding member of our classroom community. Dia's respect for her classmates makes her a natural leader and a student others seek for guidance and help. Congratulations, Dia. Khaled shows respect for his own learning and the learning of his classmates every day. He demonstrates a strong work ethic to build his language and academic skills. Khaled is also very respectful to his fellow classmates who speak his home language and are also learning English. He helps to make them feel comfortable and happy in their new environment and helps his teacher communicate lesson ideas in order to assist his classmates in building their own English language skills. Khaled's respect for learning sets a great example for everyone in class. This is second grade. And parents, you can come up and take pictures. In third grade, we're following Miss K to the stage. Okay, so now we have third grade. Third grade. I'm going to wait until our friends have a seat. Okay. Karina is a pleasure to have in class. She is very respectful each time she speaks to another student or the teacher. Karina is a great role model for being respectful in class. I really enjoy having her in class. Avery is our STEM Student of the Month because she is very polite and respectful. Whether it's addressing the teacher or her peers, she is always kind and polite. We think she is awesome. This award is given to Jacob by his peers for being a respectful friend in our class. He demonstrates this trait by talking, responding to his friends, always respectfully, even during the times when there is a conflict between him and another student. As his homeroom teacher, I also would like to congratulate Jacob for receiving this award. Anissa was voted by her peers for STEM Student of the Month for respectful. Anissa is a lovely student who always says please and thank you. Anissa always shows good manners when talking to her peers and teachers. She always helps her classmates and makes sure everyone is included in all activities. We are so proud of Anissa and her accomplishments. Divyanka is a great example of the character trait respectful. She is polite and kind to both her peers and adults. She puts others before herself. She can always be counted on to speak and handle any situation in a calm and considerate manner. Divyanka is truly a Student of the Month. Congratulations, Divyanka. Chloe is a very respectful student. She always compliments other students on their work. We received a new student this week and she was super kind and polite when talking with her and helped her find her mailbox and showed her where to put her supplies. Chloe is the first student in the morning to ask how I am doing. She is incredibly sweet and a great addition to our third grade classroom. Way to go, Chloe. Peyton is always the first to follow directions with a positive attitude and a respectful response, raising her hand to participate in class discussions and showing kindness to her peers. We enjoy having Peyton in the music classroom. Haley epitomizes the STEM trait respectful. She consistently treats her peers and teachers with respect, while being a role model for the rest of the class. Way to go, Haley. Braden is being nominated for STEM Student of the Month because he consistently demonstrates respect for his teachers, friends, and school. Braden is very considerate and cognizant of the way he talks to and interacts with his peers and adults. He is very verbally sharp and is always very respectful of others' opinions and feelings. Braden is a great role model for what a respectful third grader should be. Ever since I met Jacob at the first session of Meet the Teacher in August, he has displayed respectfulness. He repeatedly asks questions about my teaching and his upcoming school year. This is indicative of how Jacob conducts himself in everyday situations. He is sharp-witted, yet always respectful to his teachers and his peers. We count on Jacob for profound answers, thoughts, and ideas, yet always cheerfully and respectfully given. Jacob is a bright light in our day. Congratulations, Jacob. Sanaya is such a sweet and kind person. She always goes out of her way to make sure everyone feels cared for and respected. It is such an honor to have Sanaya as a student this year. Catherine is a true role model for respect. She greets me every time she walks in the room and always says goodbye when it is time to leave. During music class, she always listens carefully to instructions and makes sure she follows them right away. Keep up the good work, Catherine. Arabella is a very sweet and respectful kid. She is always helpful to her classmates. Great job, Arabella. Keep up the good work. And this is third grade. Okay, third grade parents, come up and take pictures. And we're going to have the fourth graders come up on stage with Miss Kay. Okay, we have the fourth grade now. I'll wait until our third graders get back to their seats. Okay, so we have Surya is very respectful of her peers and teachers. She is a model TBKA Tiger, and we are so lucky to have her. Way to go, Surya. Emma is respectful. She treats others with a caring, empathetic, compassionate kindness. Emma is always polite, listens well, and is helpful with her classmates and teachers. Emma has shown respect not only to her teachers, but to her fellow classmates as well. Great job, Emma. Mrs. Burgos is so proud of you. Maram deserves our STEM Student of the Month award for being respectful in physical education because she sets the right example for her fellow classmates. She is always on task and ready to start the lesson with a positive. She is always on task and ready to start the lesson with a positive attitude and a smile on her face. Maram's a great listener and does exactly what the coaches expect and more. She has a calm and caring demeanor that is very respectful when talking to her peers and teachers. Keep up the great work, Maram, and thank you for being so respectful to everyone around you. Blaze is such a polite gentleman. He always regards others and conducts himself in the most courteous manner. He says please and thank you, is helpful to his fellow classmates, and is quick to offer help in other ways as well. He is a true delight to have in class. We nominated Haley as our Student of the Month because she is very respectful. We see this trait demonstrated not only in the classroom, but in social situations as well. In class, she always makes sure to raise her hand before sharing with the group. And among her peers, she is always sure to let others finish their thought before making her own suggestions. Way to go, Haley. Nathaniel was nominated by 2 teachers this month. In addition to being a kind, friendly, and well-mannered boy, Nathaniel demonstrated his true character by putting his idea for STEM fair on the back burner to go along with a group of boys with a different idea. This group actively pursued and recruited Nathaniel to be part of their team because they value his ideas and love working with him. Everyone in Nathaniel's group believed that Nathaniel was the nicest guy to do that for them. Nathaniel is consistently respectful to all the teachers and the other students. He always has something kind to say and is a great role model for his peers. Giovanni always shows actions of respect and leadership towards his peers and teachers. He does not make excuses and he tries to help others fix their choices in a quiet manner. He is very nice and helpful as a friend and classmate, especially if they need a helping hand in learning and growing. Great job, Giovanni. I've had Anissa in the past and she is such a sweet, bright young lady. She does what she's told. She respects me as well as her classmates. I adore having her as my student, and that is why I chose her for this month's STEM Award for Respect. Way to go, Anissa. Keep doing what you're doing. Daniel joins our class from a completely different environment in England. He has done an incredible job acclimating to our school and classroom roles and procedures. He speaks to adults and fellow students with the utmost respect and consideration at all times. He can be trusted with responsibilities and works diligently to be a model to others. We are so thrilled to have elected Daniel as our Respectful Student of the Month. I have had the privilege of being K. Marcus's music teacher for the past 2 years. He has always been trustworthy, kind, and respectful. He truly embodies all of our music class values, and that's 4th grade. 4th grade parents, come up and take pictures. And 5th grade, you can start going up to the stage with Miss K. Okay, Landon has demonstrated respect to his teachers as well as his fellow classmates. He is a wonderful role model for other classmates. I am so proud of the outstanding behavior and effort that Landon has demonstrated since day one. Alyssa is very respectful with everyone she interacts with. She is kind to classmates, teachers, and students who are younger than her. She is proactive and helpful in all situations, and school is her #1 priority. We are so proud of her hardworking and grateful to vote her STEM Student of the Month for September. Congratulations. Ian is such a delight to have in the classroom. The students and I love Ian's energy to learn and participate in every subject. He is always very respectful to his peers and teachers. Delaney is very attentive and polite when teachers and other students are talking. She respects the others daily in her interactions with them. Nicholas is respectful in every sense of the word. He uses great manners, not only to me, but to his classmates. He also shows respect through his work, very thorough and neat. This tells me that he takes pride in his learning and shows me respect by listening to my feedback. The class nominated Bryn as a Student of the Month, and I couldn't be prouder. They stated that Bryn is respectful because she is loyal to people, cleans the classroom as soon as it's time to leave, and helps anyone in need. Way to go, Bryn. Kai consistently and naturally shows respect to others and himself by considering other people's feelings, opening doors for others, working effectively in cooperative group activities, interacting fairly at recess and unstructured activities. His kind heart and respectful attitude shines through to all of those around him. Mrs. Kogan and her classmates have nominated Harini as the Respectful Student of the Month. In math class, she shows respect to others by helping them when they need it. She always raises her hand before speaking in class. When talking to her friends, she uses her indoor voice. When finished with work, she is always respectful in asking what can she be challenged with next. We are lucky to have such a great student in our class. Brooke is always respectful in her interactions with her teachers and classmates, and her kindness and positive attitude make her a wonderful role model for her peers. And that is 5th grade. 5th grade parents, come up and take pictures.
All right, 6th grade students, line up. All right, 6th grade is making their way up. My name is Mr. McGregor. I'm the media specialist. I do not have a fancy coat, but I did remember my reading glasses, so I guess that's something. Nadine shows the utmost respect when she is in class. Not only does she always remember to use kind words, such as please and thank you, she also responds to all adults with a yes ma'am or no ma'am. Plus she demonstrates respect and kindness by always offering to help her teacher and classmates complete various tasks. We love having her kind spirit on our campus. Sophia is always thoughtful and quiet and willing to help. She treats her classmates and teachers with respect in all she does. Great job, Sophia. Brianna is the STEM Student of the Month for respect because she has consistently shown respect for herself, her teachers, and her classmates since the start of school. Gabriel is always showing respect by listening carefully and working hard in class. I'm happy to have Connor in class. He uses his manners and helps others in the classroom. Thanks, Connor. Yes, Gabriel. Jackson is such a great example of respect. In the classroom, Gabriel shows respect to teacher and peers while speaking, listening, and participating in class activities. Eric is one of the nicest kids I have ever met. He is always very polite and respectful. Jadelle is our STEM student of the month. She is very kind and respectful to all of her classmates and teachers. She always has a bright smile on her face and is the first to help or assist others whenever needed. Brooklyn shows such great respect in class every day. She is respectful of the school and classroom rules and is also very respectful of others. Wonderful job, Brooklyn. Fernando is always helping to set up the classroom in the mornings, and his interaction with his classmates are always friendly and respectful. Gabby is a super awesome science student. She is always so nice and polite and willing to help her fellow classmates. It is a pleasure to have her in my class. And here are our 6th grade STEM students of the month. All right, please come up, take a picture if you like, and 7th grade can make their way up to the stage. We're almost finished. Thank you for some great attention, but we're almost finished. We are now going to do some 7th grade STEM students of the month. We'll be starting with Alejandro. Alejandro is an extremely respectful young man. He comes in with a welcoming smile each morning. Whenever Alejandro is asked to complete a task or help another classmate, he always responds with yes ma'am or sí maestra and is quick to begin the task. Joshua is super helpful in class training in my lesson in Spanish to students that do not have English as their first language. He never complains about it. I couldn't teach the class without him by my side. Skylar is receiving this award because respect is part of his game. He's always happily greeting people, both adults and peers. He's very affable and will always be thinking about other people's feelings. Keep it up, Skyman. Emily is bright, dedicated, but most of all, respectful student. She responds kindly and is polite in all classroom situations. She yields to authority while exhibiting an age-appropriate level of independence. There is no one who exemplifies and earns respect more than Emily Walls. Emmanuel is a role model student. He offers to help other peers when working in groups. He has also offered to help his teachers in different situations, such as hurricane preparation and many more. He has shown 100% effort while completing exemplary assignments. He shows respect daily by greeting his teachers with a smile and his best work. Kiara is always on task, always participating, and always respectful. Lewin's fellow classmates voted him Student of the Month because he always uses his manners when talking to classmates as well as the instructor. He never talks back, and he is always respectful of the learning environment. Thank you, Lewin, for being respectful. Christina comes in every morning and acknowledges me with a good morning and a smile. She is very respectful, always follows the class rules, and encourages her classmates to do the same. Muath is a courteous and polite student assistant. He is respectful in his interactions with others. Gianna is receiving the Respectful Trait Award because she is always a helper in class with anything I, the captain, needs done. I trust her to hand out our tiger stripes every day, in homeroom and put them back in their designated place. Gianna has a positive attitude with all of her peers and will always work with anyone to help them. Gianna is a great listener and always follows the procedures of our classroom. Congratulations, Gianna. Keep up your respectful attitude. Pritesh has been nominated for always displaying respect towards his teachers, his peers, and himself in the classroom. In having done so, he has also earned the respect of his teachers and peers. Kaylee is a wonderful student that is respectful, polite, and considerate of other students in my class. And here we have our 7th grade student. Eighth grade can make their way up here. Seventh grade parents, now is your time to take a picture. All right, our last grade, 8th grade. Elementary students, almost finished, but make sure we give respect to these STEM award winners as well. Thank you. Anaya is one of the most respectful students that I have had over the past 2 years. She is polite and respectful to both adults and students. She keeps her calm even when she is upset or frustrated. She often will admit when she is wrong or apologize if she thinks she has upset someone. Anaya is an absolute pleasure to have in class. Moises shows respect when he greets me every morning, and when he speaks to me at any point throughout the class. Moises never talks back if he is corrected for inappropriate behavior, and he is immediately compliant and apologetic if he is being redirected or corrected. Whenever Moises asks for anything in class, he uses manners like please and thank you, and he's also always willing to help me with tasks or his peers. Esmeralda is a wonderful young lady who is always respectful and kind when asked to do any task. She is very well-mannered and respectful to her peers. Esmeralda is a joy to have in my class. Isabella starts each day with a positive attitude and a smile. She is courteous to both her peers and teachers. Isabella shows respect through cooperating with students and working hard toward her goals. Jepsy comes to class every day with a smile, and that carries into how she treats her classmates and teachers. Her positivity makes Jepsy a shining example of respect in action. Olivia exemplifies respect with her words and her actions. She's polite, well-mannered, and kind to her classmates. She's a shining example of a respectful student. In the past 2 years that I've had Willie, I have never seen him be disrespectful to anyone. He is extremely respectful, and his manners will take him a long way. He is a joy to have in class. Excuse me. Jackson displays respect in the classroom by being engaged and listens well while the lessons are being taught. She shows her enthusiasm to work hard and understands the lessons by not giving up when she doesn't understand. Naima is a model student who is always attentive and on task. Kayla. Over the past few weeks, I have been able to get to know Kayla. During that time, she has shown many examples and characteristics of being respectful. Kayla is always friendly, polite, helpful, and positive. It is a pleasure to have Kayla in class. Nazrit was voted by her peers and teacher as the most respectful. She always displayed such a positive attitude and worked hard to earn a 4.0 GPA on her progress report. Go Nazrit. Theo is always eager to participate and perform in the classroom setting. He is also very willing to assume classroom leadership roles, including assisting his fellow classmates. Theo's academic and personal growth has been phenomenal. And Christian. Being respectful and polite is a manifestation of Christian's personality. He always, with a friendly voice, says nice things to his teachers and peers. He tries his best to follow any expectation of him in all school settings. And here's your 8th grade, Steph. And I might be remiss if I didn't say that in your media center, the book fair is going on. So if you'd like to buy a book, what a better way to reward these kids with a great book. All right, thank you. Next is Mr. Muggs with our Teacher Respectful Student STEM Awards. Okay, I get the pleasure of recognizing some distinguished folks, teachers and staff on campus. And the first one we have for primary is Mr. Short. Mr. Short is respectful in all aspects of the school day. He works well with all students, parents, faculty, and staff. He continues to advocate and support former students who are now in middle school as they embark on scholarship and grant opportunities. Thank you, Mr. Short, for showing us the true meaning of being respectful. Sorry, Mr. Short. Intermediate, Mrs. Layton Ellison. She here? Yes, you know. All right. Ms. Layton Ellison is always respectful with her students. She is an advocate for their learning needs and will always help. She willingly works with others to ensure all students' needs are met. She is always very respectful in the way she works with parents and teachers. Mrs. Layton Ellison is a symbol of respect at Turnabout Tales, KA. Middle school, Ms. Lambert? No, I'm joking. Hey, Ms. Lambert. Mrs. Lambert. You know the old saying, to give respect, you have to give respect. This is true of Ms. Lambert. Ms. Lambert, thank you for your honesty, your tenacious spirit, your concern for all people. We have witnessed you shining a radiant light on many students and colleagues that you are in contact with daily. By listening to others, not making excuses, and being helpful. Thank you for all that you do, Ms. Lambert. Leadership team. Now, I was adamant that this person had to get this award, Mr. Weaver. Mr. Weaver is receiving this month's STEM award because of his respectful nature with students, parents, and colleagues. His respect for Turnabout Tales KA school community is reflected through his leadership and participating in many initiatives, including technology leadership and facilitating all pro DAS. His love and dedication to Turnabout Tales shines in everything he does. Thank you, Mr. Weaver, for being so respectful of our school community. And our non-instructional is Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis is one of the first adults many of our students on Upper Campus see each day. He greets them and models respect. Mr. Lewis takes time to help students through situations by identifying solutions where being more respectful will lead to a better outcome. We appreciate Mr. Lewis' energy and dedication to our students. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Anybody want to take a picture? Okay, so that marks the end of our STEM Awards for Respect this month. Just want to let you know that we do have our trunk or treat, which is going to happen on the 27th. That's a Monday, 27th of October. We still need cars to, parents to register their cars, to dress up their cars and things like that for trunk or treat. It's going to be held, excuse me. It's going to be held here on campus. So we would love for more cars. We want to get at least 50 cars. Right now we have about 30. We would love to have at least 50. So please register for trunk or treat. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Good job.